Hello, everybody. In the words of Sam Cooke, I know it's been a long time coming, right? But we're back. Hey, welcome. Welcome to What's the Word with Candy Nicole. I'm so excited. I know it's been long awaited, but we're going to skip through all of that. If you are looking for a podcast to bring you inspiration, encouragement, and just be real, guess what? You got the spot. You are at the spot. You're here. So welcome to today's episode. Today we're just going to dive deep into this powerful message. I woke up and the Spirit actually gave me this. I heard a voice say, "Your grace is sufficient." God's grace is sufficient. We all face moments of weaknesses, challenges, and struggles in our lives. And just as God assured Paul in 2 Corinthians, he's telling us the same thing. My grace is sufficient for you. But what does this mean? I mean, we hear it, we read it, we study it, but what does it really mean that His grace is sufficient? It means that no matter how we perceive our lack, whether it's in finances, strength, or even emotional burdens, God is more than enough. He's our strength and the solution to our problems. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by a situation? Maybe it was a financial worry or a personal challenge. Typically, as humans, we feel that weight initially, but then through our relationship with God, you guys, we find ourselves taking a deep breath. Because sometimes we just need to take just like a deep breath, just stop and breathe. And just surrender those worries to Him. And suddenly we realize that it's God that's carrying us through those tough times. I've been in those situations myself. Because if I could be honest, there are times when I look at our bank account or my salary and I'm like, this math ain't mathing. But somehow God always makes a way. It often doesn't make sense, but His provision is real. And like many of you, I sometimes wonder how we're going to manage, especially with expenses piling up. Things are going up in costs, right? We have a kid in college, but just when I need it most, God will send a blessing my way. For instance, I have an aunt, and I know she is not going to want me to mention her, so I won't say her name, but I have an aunt and her family, and they have been an incredible support to us during this time. Her kindness has truly been a gift from God, not just, from her, but her husband, her kids, their family. And that blessing, we look at it, sometimes we look at people like, oh, this is my family member. They're being nice, and they are. But God sends those people and situations into your life to be a blessing. And like I said, she wouldn't want me to mention it, but her generosity showcases how God can place the right people in our path at the right moments. It's a reminder of how His grace is always sufficient for our needs. I think about times when I felt anxious or uncertain, about situations, and every single time I've discovered that His grace is not just enough. It's more than enough. As a matter of fact, the Bible tells us in Psalms 23 that the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. And why? Why shall we not want? Y'all know why? It's because His grace is truly sufficient. So as you move through your day, your week, your month, or even year, just remember, not every moment will be perfect. Not every day will be perfect. But God's grace is always there to support you. His grace is sufficient. He fills the gaps where we fall short. And we know that with the Lord, we will never fail. So just keep that in mind as you're going through, whatever you may be facing today. Maybe you're not going through anything. But if you keep living, as my grandmother used to say, just keep living. And now that I'm getting older, I'm starting to understand what that means. Just keep living. You'll see that His grace is sufficient. So stay blessed, lean into that grace today, and have an awesome day, week, month, year. And be sure to come back to What's the Word with Candy Nicole, because we're going to talk about it.